What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Debo Williams on the Debo Williams podcast, man. And just make sure you like and subscribe, man. I appreciate all the love I've been getting for the podcast. You know, just keep doing my thing, man. Just I want to be able to shed light to all the college athletes out here, and we're gonna keep expanding. You know, just keep liking and subscribing, everything. But today, man, we got a locksmith. We got a locksmith today. I ain't no cop, but we got some cuffs in here, man. We got my boy Cam Smith, right out of South Carolina, on here today, man. How you doing, broski? You good?
Good, my boy. You good?
Yes, sir. I'm straight, bro. And for all the people who don't know, you from SC, right? You from South Carolina, but what part?
I'm from Mullins, but I moved up here in 5th grade.
What, Columbia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what elementary you go to?
I went to Rice Creek for 1 year, and then I went to MIS down there in Mullins.
Okay. Nah, that's smooth. And then end up, where you going? Middle school, high school? Like, where you been at?
So shit. When I left from Rice Creek, I went to Longleaf Middle School down there in Columbia, right down the road from where I live at. So then after my 8th grade year, my mama got a job with the DOD. So then we had to pick up, move to Maryland. We moved to Fort Meade, Maryland. We stayed on base. And then that's when I went to Fort Meade.
Okay, and you was there through all your high school? Or?
Nah, I left my junior year like right after the season.
Smooth. And Maryland, probably like 2 hours from Delaware for people who don't know. And so you was all in that DMV area. But was you able to get recruited before you left, or how when you started to get recruited when you was in South Carolina?
So like the way my recruiting process was going, it was kind of weird. Like came in my junior year, I came in with one offer. I had one offer from Morgan State. I got it at the camp. So I came in with that offer, and then like 2-3 games into the season, Old Dominion told me to come down there. I came down there, and they came and they offered me. So I came. I had these 2 offers for like the whole season. So I'm thinking like, dang, like, these the only 2 offers I'm gonna get. Like, so I'm just chilling. So I'm wait through the whole season. As soon as I get down to SC, my coach from Maryland calling me like every day, talking about, oh, such and such came to see you, such and such came to see you, like, and it's just been repeating. So he's like, he don't even go here no more, like, so he been sending them down there. So like, probably like right around spring, that's when it just started blowing up. Like I just started getting O after O.
And that's bro, that stuff is weird, bro, because it's like in Delaware, whole DMV, bro. That's why I'm trying to change it now. You feel me? Cats like me and you, bro, like. You had 2 offers coming out your junior year. I probably had like 6 or 7 coming out my junior year, but it wasn't no Power 5.
Yeah.
You feel me? You get to South Carolina, start blowing up, bro. It would have been all the same difference if you'd have played in Texas, California, all those states.
Them boys up, they really like, they don't really take football as serious as it is down.
And it ain't
like,
the competition not that bad.
Yeah,
like cats down there is good too.
Them boys got some boys up there.
So you was there 3 years. How was it at that school?
It was good. I mean, it wasn't like the best school to go to and stuff like that, but I mean, like, I made the best of everything. I ain't made sure I ain't getting no trouble and stuff like that. I just kept my head on straight, got through what I had to do.
You had any trainers or anything up there?
No, I mean, I had once I got established up there and stuff like that, like once I started knowing some of the dudes up there, like they had a little 7-on-7 team that they was going to, so it was called Perfect Performance. So I went up there, like started training with them boys and stuff like that. So like they would have like private little workout sessions for like the DBs or the wide receivers and stuff like that. Like look, like your coach would call you and stuff like that. So we used to just go up there and work out. That's probably the only time I really worked out.
So like just working your hips, lines, breaking. You feel me? That's who you was doing it with.
Yeah. Most of the time, really, like I was just by myself. Like I go to the field, like I live right on base. School campus is right there down the street, like 5 minutes down the street, walking distance. So I used to be up there every day by myself.
Nah, that's respect, bro. So you really ain't had nobody teaching you like how to be a DB?
Nah, I mean, like really, I just look and I see stuff and I try to imitate it. Like I try to imitate it to the best of my ability.
Social media wise? Yeah. Nah, that's respect, bro. That's respect. But we're gonna take it back to your upbringing. We're gonna get back to your recruitment and everything. But so you growing up South Carolina, how was it? Like what's the environment in South Carolina? What's it like?
Down there in Mullins, I mean, it's like a just little rural area. I mean, it's not too bad. Not really too much violence and stuff like that. It's just, here and there and stuff like that. But I mean, it's a everybody know everybody type of city. Like, just like close-knit stuff like that. Like, most of the time when you go to the basketball game or football game on Friday night, like, you're going to see everybody there, the whole city there. So that's how it is down there. I mean, moving up here to Columbia, it's more big. Like, had to actually make a lot more friends and stuff like that because when I went the Rice Creek, I didn't go to the school I was zoned for in Rice Creek. I went to what's the name? I went to another middle school, so just had to move and make friends like 2 years in a row after coming back up here. So, but it was a smooth transition being up here.
And you think that's helped you, like being able to, like wherever you go, you can talk to people, you can make friends. You think that's helped you?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just the way I carry myself. Like, just like most of the time, it's really just been sports like that. I get the friends with, and then they just so happen to go to school with me. So then you just build friends off of that, and then they mutual friends. You just become mutual friends with them and stuff like that.
Yeah, because bro, me being in Delaware, actually, my stepfather was in the military, and I moved to Louisiana I was 8 years old through, so it was like second, third grade, around that time. And I was there, I ended up coming back to Delaware, but after that time period, I moved like every year. But I was in Delaware, but I was moving like every year. So going to new schools every year, that's how I learned how to really, like, whether you black, white, Asian, Mexican, like I learned how to be cool with everybody, bro. I don't discriminate on nothing. So, that's how I really learned. So that's what I was wondering. Yeah. You feel me? So, but sports will definitely do it for you too. Yeah. Most definitely. But then coming up, did you have anybody you looked up to? Like, you feel me? For me, like I always looked up to Ray Lewis, Patrick Willis, those type guys. And
really, I just used to look at my pops, like just seeing like how he sacrificed like everything, like dropped everything when he had to have me and stuff like that. So I just respect that, like, and then like just having my own kid now, like I had to drop everything, like be that dude, just like he was that dude. So that's just him, just being that man. So yeah,
that's respect. And we're gonna get to that too about you being a young father. But how has it been, like, you feel me? You obviously playing football, you trying to live your dream. You feel me? You can't just drop football. You feel me? But you gonna do the things necessary to take care of your daughter. How has that been?
It's just really just time management. That's really all this has really showed me. Like just making sure I make the time for football, make the time for the extra things that's gonna help me in football, but still making time for her and like any other extra time I got, just making sure I dedicated to her.
Most definitely. So how have you been able to like train, rehab, study your plays, schoolwork, you feel me, and then still take care of your daughter?
Really, it's just having a system, having a team, like just having my mom's and her mom, like we just have a real good relationship, even though we're not together, like we just got a real good relationship. So anytime I need her, I gotta go do this real quick, when I have her, like my mom or her, like she'll do whatever she gotta do to make sure that she good and stuff like that. So just having to support the team, really just making it easy.
Nah, that's love, bro. And then, okay, coming up, what sports did you play?
Really, I just played football and basketball. I tried baseball 1 year, but I got hit by too many pitches. I couldn't play that anymore.
So I always ask everybody, was basketball your first love?
I mean, at first it was. Always. I thought I would, because I grew faster than everybody else. So, like, I was taller at a certain age than everybody else. So I just felt like I was going to be, like, that was going to be me. But then once I started, like, going to middle school and stuff like that, I realized that football was just, like, I just love football more.
Nah, that's respect. So you felt like that's when you started taking it serious?
Yeah, right. I want to say seventh grade is when I really took it serious. I stopped playing basketball. I stopped trying out for basketball and stuff like that.
Mine was 8th grade. Like I tried out 8th grade, and then I was getting invited to like All-American games stuff for 8th grade. I'm like, man, I'm not playing basketball anymore, bro. I'm done with that. And so most def. And then football. What you felt like basketball helped you with for football?
Really, it's just, I want to say, like, I don't even really know, because I ain't really play, like, I don't want to say it was organized for real, because it was, like, it was just rec league ball, like, so you just, little kids just running out there playing, so I can't really tell you.
Most definitely. But that's how you build bonds and, shit, that competition, too, you feel me? That's just coming up, you feel me? You can't change that for nothing, so. But, so you in Maryland. What was Maryland like compared to South Carolina?
Just living wise, it's way different. Like the culture, like everything. Like it's like basically like a whole different part of the like whole different world. Like they got their own own culture, their own the way they talk, the way they like we do everything. Everything, bro. Like they changed the TH to a V, like all that.
So I don't know what part you was in, but they was like two. And all that. Nah, that's crazy, man. They got their own language out there, bro. Yeah. And then where I'm at in Delaware, we speak more of like Philadelphia, so they'll say like, what they be saying, bro? We talk faster and more aggressive, so that's how it is. But what's your biggest difference you think between Maryland and South Carolina?
Really, I mean, I say it's like the culture is when like you say like a southerner is more like polite than a northerner because like everybody speak in the south and stuff like that. It's like you can really notice that because like it's a lot more things like you don't get the southern hospitality that you'll get down here.
Definitely, I noticed that since I got here too, bro. But I'm so used to being in the Northeast,
so it's just
normal.
Yeah, it don't make no difference.
Just normal. But football wise, you get to high school. You feel me? Did you feel like it was able to help you connections wise or anything?
Most definitely. Cause my coach, Coach Jones up there, he was just make sure like I got in contact with everybody. Like once he started seeing like everybody was getting on me and stuff like that, he sent out my film and stuff like that. And then coming down, him and my Coach Curtis from down here was connected. Like they started talking and stuff like that. And I want to say they got somebody else an offer for something else from a team that was looking at me, but they got an offer for somebody else because they got that little connection.
You still keep in contact with all of them?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
People from high school and all that? Nah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. And then, what was your workouts like in high school?
I mean, it wasn't too bad, cause I mean, you know how that is. Like high school, they ain't really no strength coach. Ain't really like the football coach is a strength coach type thing. So I mean, we did most we could. I tried like to get as big as I could, man, stuff like that. I worked my butt off, stuff like that.
What you feel like you was doing around that time? Because I always ask these questions because kids want to know, bro. I ain't had nobody growing up to see and like, oh, what are they doing? What are the Division I players doing? Like, what do you feel like you was doing to get ahead in front of everybody?
Really, like I said, I was just going out there by myself. Like I'd be out there working out by myself. Like I'd be watching videos all day, just people doing stuff like the way they break, the way they doing something, just little things. Like and I'll just go out there and imitate it, just try to make it perfect it and put it in my game the way I can use it.
So who you think you was watching the most DB wise coming up?
Really, I don't really watch DBs as much as I watch workout tapes, like people like actually doing the movement stuff like that, because you can't really simulate game stuff and stuff like that. So you gotta do workouts and stuff like that. So I'm looking at like, I mean now I'm looking at OD and stuff like that, but like back then it was just random pages that would have like people working out and stuff like that. So I was just look at this drill. Oh, I can see how this gonna help me. Like, like.
Word. So when I was in high school, I never really watched like linebacker tape. I would do the movements that I knew that I did in the game, and I would just keep practicing that. I knew I needed like a good 10-yard burst, so I was always doing 10-yard dashes, 20-yard dashes. You feel me? And then I would do a lot of side to sideline drills and stuff. So that's how I would do. But you hear him. You feel me? You gotta study your craft and practice that, and he was doing it on his own. You feel me? You don't need nobody to tell you to work out. He's doing it on his own, bro. So I respect that. And then coming up, so go through high school, freshman year come. How was that? Then you got sophomore, junior. Like how was that?
So it ain't like how down here it's like a B team, JV, and varsity stuff like that. So it's just JV and varsity up there. So came in on varsity. I was playing receiver when I first came in. So I can see you being a receiver too. So I came in playing receiver. Like when we first got out first practice, it's like 55 of us. Like, it's a hell of a receiver. So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, all right. So just one. It was like, I want to say the second or third day. Like I had dropped like 2 passes on some easy stuff. I'm like, dang, bro. I don't know. Like I don't know if I'm gonna do this. So I just like changed the DB the next day. Like I just told him like I'm gonna change the DB. So I came out there and then like we just had one-on-ones that day. One-on-ones came out there and started locking. So I'm like, I kind of like this. Came out there, huh?
Was you playing like Pee Wee wise? Did you ever play DB before?
Yeah, you always play wide receiver and DB, but I play like running back and Pee Wee though.
Okay. So switch to DB, getting it on freshman year. So how the rest of the year go freshman year?
So freshman year, first game of the season, we have a good game. Got like 3 tackles. Second game,
Okay.
So second game, boom, I catch a pick. I think I want to say I had like 2 tackles for loss, like off a little option pick, like 2 tackles for loss. So I'm snapping, like. And then like third and fourth week, I want to say Coach Jones had called me. He called me in. He's like, I want to move you to varsity. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like I'm finna go up to varsity. Like they gonna actually play me. Like I'm about to snap. Go up there, like practice. I'm practicing. Like they always got me out there in practice. So I'm out there practicing with them. Like getting it. Come to the game, and I ain't playing for nothing, man. I'm sitting there hot. I was just snapping on JV. Them boys done brought me up here. I'm not even playing. So I'm sitting on there. So, like, 2-3 games go by. I'm like, I don't know about this. Like, so I go to him text. I'm like, I need to talk to you about this. Like, I told my mama about it and all. Like, I'm like, why can't I just go back to JV and play? Like, and then, like, do that. But he was like, just stay the course. Just keep your head down, stuff like that. So I just stopped complaining after that.
Just kept working. Yeah,
just kept working. And in one practice, I just snapped. Like, our best receiver, Shamar, like, I was just locking his head. He ain't catch nothing. It was like 5 balls. He ain't catch nothing.
Yeah.
Next game, he threw me in there, like, second quarter, like, fresh second quarter. Start of the second quarter. Coming in. Like, oh, snap. Like, I done got it in there now, but I'm in there. So I'm thinking I'm finna good. Like, we play on this team called Old Mill. Old Mill was known for running the hell out of the ball.
Wayne T type.
Yeah, like, they were running the hell out of the ball. They had that one running back, his name was Boom. Man, you know how, like, when we run the gaps and they bounce it to the outside and the corner got to make the tackle? Man, came out that edge. I came and hit him. I got one leg and he just dragging me. Did my first play in there. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So I ain't know what I was getting into, but the rest of the season I just started, like, it wasn't really a lot of tackles and stuff like that. I wasn't throwing my head in there like I am now, but I was just making sure that everything coverage I was good. So yeah, the whole rest of the season panned out, and that's what got me to my good sophomore season.
Okay, and how did sophomore season go?
Sophomore season was great. I started off I started playing offense more. I learned the whole defense. Like, the defense is easy.
And you were starting at DB now?
So I was starting. Then it came, midway through the season. That's when I was like, I was really like feeling it. Like I'm good. So then I probably had I want to say 3 picks that season. Came back, and that's when that junior year just exploded. I just exploded that junior year.
Yeah, my freshman year, so I was going back and forth. So I was on varsity the whole year, but I was going back and forth from starting because I ain't know all the plays. But I was out there. He's just like, you too talented for me not to push you out there. So I ended up having like 50 tackles in the season. So that's like a 5-game average. So it was smooth. Everybody starting to see me like, oh yeah, he's good. Come through my sophomore year, explode. Your first team all state. I had set a team record in tackles. I had like 131, I think, that season. And so junior year come, I was on pace to even break the record, tear my MCL my 5th, 6th game of the season. And then so I ain't had no offers at the time. Like, I've been telling this story, but it's really crazy. Like, and then ended up my first offer was Old Dominion. And then after that, I had 3 FBS offers, and then I'm thinking I'm about to blow up. You know, I had Old Dominion, I had Coastal right after that, and then Kent State. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to blow up. I had Ohio State sending me text messages like, Coach Day, he was the head coach now. Urban Meyer was still there at the time. They had hit me up on like the first day they could text you, like September 1st. I'm like, oh yeah, they about to offer. We good, bro. And Ohio State was my dream school. I'm like, I get this offer, I'm committing on the spot, boy. And he had got the head coaching job, never hit me again. I'm like, dang. And so after that, I got like 15 FCS offers, bro. So I'm just like, this is how they really think of me, bro. Like, I just felt, not even being cocky, I just felt that I was better than that, you feel me? And so, but everything come full circle, bro. You already know. And so, your junior season come, what happened?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I straight snapped from the first game, man. I had a crazy, like, one-hand catch. Like, bro was all on the ball. I caught it, like, one hand like this. Pulled it in, got the touchdown. Had a big hit, and I had a big, a big stop on 4th down that game. So, like, just coming in that season, I was most confident I ever been in my whole life.
Yeah.
That was just the season I knew I was about to put it together because it was so many schools telling me, like, first 3 games, like, see how you gonna do, like, bum, you don't know. First 3 games, I had 3 picks, and I had, I want to say, like, 4 touchdowns. Yeah. So I was snapping, like, it ain't even matter. Like, you couldn't, like, not offer me. So, like, coming into that, now when I'm telling you, like, I could roll them 2 offers that whole season, like. So, like, when them boys told me that, I sent the film the first 3 games, and nobody hit me back, none of that. So I'm like, damn.
That's how they be acting,
I'm thinking, like, damn, it's over with. Like, I ain't even hard for real.
So, finished through junior season, had a good season. So what? How you get back to South Carolina?
So my what's her name? My mom she was already telling me like she wanted to really move before my junior year.
Yeah.
And get me back down there, but she's like, it was too soon. Like, we gonna make the change right now. So we gonna finish out the rest of the season and we gonna leave after. So just left after, but I ain't stay. Like we had a house down here, but somebody was renting.
Okay.
We came down here. I stayed with my dog, and he lived like 5 houses down from me though.
Now was it hard for you to leave? You feel me, building all them bonds in Maryland, or you was ready to go back?
I mean, I've been ready to go back. Like I was ready to go back since I left. That's just home. Like
yeah.
I ain't never really know no different than that. So just being up there was the difference. So I want to go back home. So I came back to home. I stayed with my dog, and we like real close. I got my dog, my day one right there. But yeah, I stayed with him for like, I want to say 6 months until my peoples got back in that summer. So they stayed with him. Then when they came back, that's when really the recruiting was already picking up. But once they got back, like it was still just flowing. Like.
So who offered you after the 2? You get back to South Carolina. Who offered you?
So I want to say I forgot really, but I want to say that.
What was your first big offer, like Power 5?
My first big offer was North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
North Carolina came in and they what's the name? Deep. I forgot his last name, but yeah, he one of my close friends, Pops, and he came to Westwood and offered me. Then right after that, it was Tennessee. Like literally, like right after that, he walked in.
That was your first SEC offer?
Yeah, that was my first SEC. So then it just started flowing almost every day. Like I was getting old. Like, and that was just the pinnacle, like the high point right there.
Yeah. So was you going to any big camps, like you opening Rivals, all that?
Yeah, I went to the opening in Charlotte. It was really the Elite 11, but they like, you know how it is, like they put it all together. So like, I went to that, and then I want to say I got like a 120 score, or something like that. So like it was that, but then I just had multiple people in front of me. Like I had Kenyatta Watson, like he was a big time recruit back then. Like then, like so it was just like I had like so many people in front of me. Like I didn't think I was really gonna make it, but like I was on a Tennessee visit. I was like riding back to the hotel, and like the what's the name dude that called me like you had made it to the opening finals. Like, I'm like, I just made it to the finals. Then they sent me the little picture and stuff, like the post and stuff like that. I'm like, dang, like. So then I seen it change it wasn't in Oregon no more. I seen it change to Frisco. I was like, dang. I ain't never had been to Texas before that.
Yeah. Nah, that's turn, bro. And then I used to want to do all of that stuff, bro. I ain't had a name, though. You know how it is, bro. It's political.
That's exactly how I was when I got it, though.
I went all 3 years, too. I went my freshman year. I had like a 65 grade. Come back my sophomore year, I had like a 77. And then so I cut all this bad fat off because the college coaches, they like, yeah, we want you to get your 40 up. Because I probably was like a 5 flat at that time because I was like a bad 230. Cut all that fat off, bro. I went to 205 and I got shredded. Like I was cut. I ran a 40, 4.7 laser. So that's like 4.5 hand time. So I'm thinking I'm about to start getting offers. Like this is what y'all wanted. You feel me? Ain't getting no offers, bro. But I came back. So I had like a 77 my sophomore year grade. Came back, I had a 105. My junior year, so I'm like, bro, this is what they want. You feel me? I'm showing you I can do the best, and then I was doing good on one-on-ones. Yeah. So my junior year, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm about to get linebacker MVP, bro. Like I'm snapping. Like everybody was even saying it. Yeah. Man, I'm on a knee. I'm thinking they about to call my name, and then they called some boy from Ohio State. He had Ohio State now, and I'm like, all right. So
it's like how it was at the 5-star challenge. I ain't have one pass caught on me. And I didn't get the DB MVP.
And the name ain't big enough sometimes. That's how it be. But so you get through senior year. How was that season?
My senior year was quiet. It was really dormant, like, cause like a lot of people knew who I was. Like they wasn't really throwing my way and stuff like that. So like started playing safety and just like getting like in the run game more and stuff like that. So I was playing safety half the season, like just coming down hitting, like, cause I wasn't really getting the ball thrown to me. And then we started playing offense a little bit more once Tez got hurt. And he was out for like 3 games, so me and Tita started playing offense more, stuff like that. But it was really a dormant season, just because like every time I would get in, I would either double on receiver or like if I was at DB, I wouldn't target it.
Now was y'all good? Y'all made it to the playoffs?
Yeah, we made it to the playoffs. We lost in the 3rd round. We lost on some Details, man.
Details.
The boys ain't playing their man.
Do it.
Last 30 seconds.
Ooh, I know that was a heartbreak. Ooh, bro. That was a
I'm
heartbreak,
telling you,
bro.
man.
Shit, my senior year, it wasn't the playoffs, but we up by like 3 points, bro. I kid you not, it's like 6 seconds left on the clock. I don't know, man. We had a one high safety. I should have like been thinking like, let me just go back there. You feel me? Because they gonna try to throw a bomb. I wasn't even thinking. I want to go blitz the QB because I've been blitzing them all game, killing them, bro. Man, the safety is we playing man for some reason, and then wide receiver hit him with a double post, bro. So hit him with an out and throws the rock, bro. The ball, I kid you not, the ball's in the air for like 6 seconds, bro. I'm just looking, praying he drop it, bro. Catch it, score, run the clock out. Like, we ain't got no clock left, bro. And I'm like, dog. That's probably the first time I ever cried over a game, bro. Like, I was hurt. And then we ended up losing the semifinals that year. But my freshman and sophomore year, we had won the state championship. So I got my couple rings. But how you end up at South Carolina, bro? You getting all these offers? You feel me? Was it like a stay home thing? Like,
you know it was a stay home thing. But as a kid, I just watched the games. Used to watch Marcus Lattimore and all them boys. Like kind of show. Like that's why like seeing them boys in the building and stuff like that. Like it just really a dream. Like
bro.
seeing them back in the building and stuff like that. So like that was no doubt. Like anybody that knew me, like I already knew. Like as soon as I got the offer in June, like I was committing. Like it was probably not gonna be known. Like nobody was probably gonna know about it. But
you already.
Yeah.
Nah, that's love, bro. Who it was Muschamp offered you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nah, that's smooth. So you was you an early enrollee?
See, I was supposed to be, but like I took my SAT. So the first time I took my SAT, I kind of bullshit. I ain't lying. I ain't do what I was supposed to do. But then the second time I took it, I was actually going boom. So my score jumped like 210 points. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, I'm good. So I sent it in, Jessica telling me all this stuff, boom, boom, boom. We good. The day before move-in day, she like, I don't know if you can move in because your test scores haven't came through. I'm like, my test score ain't came through. She's like, yeah, it got flagged. Like, flagged. So like a week to go by, like she gave me some more information. She's talking about to get flagged because the score jumped so much. The score jumped so much, stuff like that, So I'm like, dang. Like, all right, so I'm like, it's gonna get clear. I'm thinking it's gonna get clear. Like, all right, I'm good. So like another week go by, boom. She talking about, oh, it's still not clear. Like, just wait. Like she's like, just wait, cause Trey Kenyon had the same problem. Like so, we had another problem like that. So I'm thinking, all right, boom, I'm gonna come in with him. He was coming in like March or something like that. So I was like, boom, waited. Nothing never happened. So I'm like,
that's crazy, bro.
She's like, you gonna have to take it again. So I went and took it again.
Dang, you had to take it.
And then the thing is, bro, I got the same exact score.
The second time?
The same, like after I took it again, I got the same exact score.
And then they let you rock?
Yeah.
Bro, COVID saved me, bro. I kid you not. I took the SAT like 5 times, bro. I'm not good with tests, bro. I turn in all the work on time, everything, but them tests, man. And I was studying, bro. Like, I ain't never studied that hard, bro. I got first test studying hard. I had like a 920, bro. I got friends not even studying, getting 1100. So I'm like, bro, what's up? So every time I'm taking it, I'm going down. I'm like, dog. So
you think about it too much.
Probably thinking too hard. And then University of Delaware, I ended up committing to them because they put a lot on the line to get me in there. You feel me? Other schools, they was taking offers because I needed to get like 1,000 with my GPA. So they was taking my offers away and everything. And I wasn't tripping. I was like, I'm gonna find a home. I'm gonna make the most of it, bro. Because I had that much confidence in myself, bro. And so when I got here, Beamer got in, he offered me after I got into the portal. I was like, bro, I don't care who here, I'm coming. Yeah. So I was here, but it was almost like I was an early enrollee because they canceled my season when I was at the University of Delaware. So I was still like a true freshman basically. And so, but you get here, so you got here in like June?
I got here in May. I had a May master class that was 3 hours in my freshman year as soon as I first got in.
So how was it when you first got here, bro? Because you had to wait your turn, you feel me? You had other great players in front of you, so how was it when you first got here?
I mean, being in here, like, you know how it is when you come in being a recruit, how big recruit and stuff like that. Oh, you can come in and play, all this stuff like that. I mean, like, you can buy into the hype, but you got to know the reality and stuff like that. Like, you got to know in front of you. So having Jason and Izzy in front of me, like, I wasn't really too big on, like, oh, bro, I'm not playing, like, why am I not playing? I'm not too big on that because them boys, like you see exactly what they got now.
Was they still giving you clock? Was you still getting clock?
I mean, a little bit freshman year, like, throughout the season, mostly towards the end of the season, but like not a lot for real because I mean like we had a lot of tight games, like stuff like that. So you ain't really season. That's when I started getting a lot more burn. Like,
and that was that COVID year?
Yeah, that was 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's smooth. You gotta take me through. I think it was your freshman year though. Maybe it was last year, but it was the game you got hit with the punt, bro.
Oh, that was sophomore year. That was the first game of the season. Yeah, bro. So like we going down there. We been like, I mean like it's just like any other punt return. Like you going down there, you trying to block your man, so I'm blocking. Like he hit. Like I hear the ball hit, but I don't know where Jamie is. So I'm like I don't know where Jamie is, so I'm just continuing to block. So I'm thinking the ball is like behind me, and then once I hear Jamie like right behind me saying poison. Like as he's saying that, like I just feel like something just like grazed the back of my leg. Like so I try to like play it like so I like it looked like it went by my leg or something like that, but it moved so it was bad. So I'm like, bro, like as soon as that happened, like I'm running to the sideline, bro. All I can think about is I just fucked up.
Was it like a crucial part in the game?
Bro, it was. I don't want to say it was like 4 minutes. It was like 4 minute situation. Like we was literally just got the ball. We was getting the ball back. We just got to stop. Like big stop. We was down. I don't know how much we was down. I want to say we was down by like 4. Yeah.
Man, bro. I remember you talking about it. We coming back on the bus, and I think play ECU. You had a good game. Yeah. Everybody on Twitter going crazy. Oh, Cam Smith, this, that, and third. And you like, where's that love at last year?
Yeah.
You feel me? But nah, that was funny. Though. I just wanted to hear that story from that side.
That's how the game go though.
For sure.
That's exactly how this game go.
For sure. But go through your just like we did high school. Go through your freshman year, sophomore year, and then junior year.
Well, freshman year was really chill. Like I mean, it wasn't really too much action on the field, so I really just making sure I knew the playbook, stuff like that. Cause I knew like next year I'm gonna have to play and like stuff like that. I'm gonna get a bigger role because it ain't no way he's gonna let me sit on the bench. Like So coming in freshman year, we wasn't really no much like that. Came in sophomore year, I started getting a lot more burn. Started playing a lot more special teams too. So like I think that's where they built my trust. They built the trust to put me on the field and stuff like that. So just going through that, got my first pick. I want to say, I got my first pick for any game. And you know how, end of the game, they just throwing stuff. I got my first pick, though, got that. So that was my first big one. Then my first start against Mizzou, 2020, when everybody opted out when the champ got fired. So like my first start, I got my second pick, but I also gave up my first touchdown. Well, not my first touchdown, but like first touchdown as a starter. So so just like looking back at that, like just seeing like how I feel like myself as a freshman or like earlier in the sophomore season, I would have been like down on myself, stuff like that. I wouldn't even probably got that pick or that opportunity because the touchdown came before the pick. So just coming like and having short-term memory and stuff like that, I feel like I matured throughout the season, not even the year, but just the season.
Definitely. As a DB, bro, you gotta have the lead, bro. Because I've been working on that now. You feel me? I be in practice. I might
just
make a
stay
mistake
positive.
or something.
That's all it is. You gotta stay positive. It's gonna if it fall apart, you done. You gotta keep everything together.
Yeah. So did you coming into that sophomore season? Like, did you see things falling apart, or you ain't see that coming? Like
coming into season for me, or like
for you, sophomore season, because with whole Muschamp, everybody getting it fired.
I mean, like when we came into the season, we didn't think about it. Cause I mean, like we was snapping at first, like we was good. Like Kevin was having a good season, like knocking off 100 yards a game, like offense rolling. Like we sort of getting stopped on defense, stuff like that. Like, but it was always just something. Like we was just always. Like it was always something, like just like Ole Miss game, like how we was fighting with them the whole time, like it's a dog match. We going back and forth, scoring, stopping them, scoring, like stuff like that. We tie games, stuff like that. Like in the game, we just let that shit go, like and it's done. Like we just fall apart.
Yeah.
That's really the only time I really felt like we fell apart. It's just that game right there.
Most definitely, bro. And then you come in junior season, Coach Beamer get hired. Like how did you feel about that?
Coming in, I just knew I knew what I was coming in to do. Like, I knew I was coming in. Like this is my season. Like I done solidified my little 3 games as a starter. Like I'm finna come in, just do work. Like that's what the whole spring. Like that's how I was trying to show that like who I was, like what I am, like what I'm gonna bring, and stuff like that. So I was just trying to show that to the whole staff. So coming in, like just seeing, and then like seeing the culture change and stuff like that, and just seeing how stuff was and how stuff is now, like. just seeing me being able to see the difference between the two styles. So just like that was a very exciting part of that, just seeing the culture shift.
Definitely, bro. Like, I wasn't even here with much champ, but you could tell the positivity. You could just tell the difference, bro. I'm grateful for Beamer for that and for the opportunity he gave me to even come to the school, But junior season start, how the season go for you?
Well, start out the season, we get the fall camp. We get like 2-3 days before fall camp. I go and get a X-ray, and I got a crack in my foot. So I got a fracture in my foot. So like they talking about, oh, you might not need surgery. Like when I'm there, when I'm at the X-ray place, you might not need surgery. So I get back to the 6, I'm chilling, like, oh, I'm good. Like it don't even hurt. Like I didn't even know it was broken until I told them to like put the little, the little rod they put on your foot,
so
the metal rod.
How'd you know it was there? Like how you?
I mean, I felt it one day before in PRPs. I felt my foot. I felt weird, so I just told them like, can you do the little thing, the little metal rod, and see if I feel it? And I felt it. So we went to get the X-ray. So go in there and get the X-ray. They tell me that, oh, you might not need surgery. You might just need a boot. They put me in a boot. I'm in a boot. I'm walking on the 6. David called me. David called me. He called me. He was like, where you at? I'm like, I'm in the 6. I'm sitting down in my room. He like, well, I got to tell you something. He's like, well, you might have to get surgery. And then that's probably the first time I really just lost it in a while. Started crying.
Right before.
And it's literally right before the season. Like they talking about 6 weeks. I'm missing 2 games. I might just be back for Georgia game. Like I'm coming out fresh off an injury against Georgia. So just that really shook me right there. So coming in, I just attacked rehab. Like after that surgery, I just attacked rehab, did everything everybody told me to do. Yeah. Just kept working. I was out of that. I was out of the cast in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Then I was in a boot for about a week, and then I started running within 3 days of getting off that boot. And then first game, I was ready to go. I was good. My foot felt fine. Got them little numbing shots before the game. I'm good. So EIU come in. I'm going to limited number. I'm on a limited snap count. Yeah. So I got 17 plays. So I'm just coming in. I'm thinking I gotta make these plays I'm in. I gotta make a play. So that's the first thing I'm thinking right now. Right then and there, I gotta make a play. As soon as I come in, I try to make a play. Boom, get a play. Second play come in. We on that first. I think it was the first third down in the second quarter. Come in, get a big stop on third down. I'm good. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like Cam from high school. I'm feeling like that junior year Cam. So I'm feeling good. Come in, get a big hit, flip dude. I'm feeling good. So come ECU, I'm feeling the same swagger. I'm feeling good. I know these boys can't mess with me. I'm just feeling on top of the world. So I'll get in there. But really, I ain't had no pass breakup in the first game, in the EIU game. So ECU, when I first got that first pass breakup, that's why I was so hype and all of that. Did the little C-roll over, bro, got the flag, stuff like that. So yeah, I was just hype, cause I ain't really got to solidify myself yet. So I'm every time I make a play, I'm trying to show, you see how this gonna be, every game, every day, it's gonna be the same dude. Just coming in through the whole season, that's how I was doing it through the whole season.
You ended up getting to pick that game too.
Yeah.
Most def. But you was locking up this season, bro. Did you know some of your stats on top of your head?
I know I had 14 pass breakups, I had 3 picks, and I had 41 tackles.
Smooth. Nah, that's solid right there, bro. That's solid. Do you national championship? That's always gonna be number one on our minds. You feel me? But goals wise, this season coming through, you got anything?
Really, I'm really trying to beat the East and then win the state. We beat the East and we win the state, we're gonna be in the SEC championship already. Yeah. Getting the SEC championship, it's probably gonna be Bama. It's probably gonna be Bama coming out the West. So it's, what you gotta do for that. Just prepare to who you gotta beat to be who you want to be.
Yeah. So film wise, is there a specific way you be watching film?
I watch film to break down. I break down stuff myself, steps and stuff like that, reads and stuff like that, what I saw, why I took this step, why I did this, why I did that. So understanding why I did something, or why I called something, or why I thought something was this in this play and stuff like that, and then just relaying all of that to the stuff the formations and stuff and the calls, like what do I have to do in this formation and what do I have to do in that formation. So just relaying all of that stuff and correlating all that stuff together.
Now, what about watching wide receivers and offenses? How do you?
I don't really watch receivers like that because I mean you always gonna get something different like from a receiver. You're never really gonna get the same thing most of the time. So just really it's just splits and like formations and just like if one is on the ball and if two is on the ball, if he's closer to the hash, if he's farther from the hash, he's closer to the numbers, if he's farther from the numbers,
You
stuff
can tell,
like that.
what routes is coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I got you, bro. I've been learning daily, especially during the spring ball, bro. Because when I got to South Carolina, I was basically like a true freshman still, bro. Like I ain't had no real practices in Delaware. I felt so raw, bro. Like they talking about fit to the side of the back, with alignment and running back, and he in a 1-2-0. I'm like, bro.
That's
what
how when I
about?
came in, like it was just the terminology is way different.
Yep. Even formations like doubles, trips, bro. Like I ain't none of that, bro. So.
And then like when I came in, T-Rod defense and stuff had different terminology, but like I would know like that's how I really learned this offense. I learned it off of T-Rod terminology. So when T-Gray would say like, oh, take the back out, oh, that's a top hat in T-Rod defense. Like I just know like, oh, this is what this is that. Like that's how I really correlated everything to know like the defense now.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. And then so I know you got ambitions in being in the league yourself. Who are your top 5 DBs in the league right now?
Right now, I got Jalen. I got.
Number one?
Yeah, Jalen.
Okay.
Jalen number 1 for sure.
Yeah.
I want to say I got Jadavius White. Jair ain't have a real good season this year, but he always snapping. Like he always doing something. But so I gotta put Jair. He always making a play. So I gotta put Jair. I always gotta put Pat P on there because that's just a GOAT.
Yeah.
And then I ain't gonna lie, I'm putting my boy JC and my boy Izzy on there.
Okay.
So I gotta get that shit.
Okay. Now, what was it like learning from them though?
No, it's just like, bro, they just care. Like they always carry themselves as pros. Like you'll just see them. They was always together. Like going to watch film. Like, oh wait, JC and Izzy. Oh, they probably had watched a film. Like I heard stories like their freshman year during camp. Like you know how we have check-in and stuff like that, the six stuff like that. Them boys would be in the in the team and watch a film. Like them boys just sleeping at the facility stuff like that. So just hearing about that, like seeing how dedicated they was, making sure that their craft was good. Like you see them every day. Like you see me snaps. Like before I got in here, like them boys out there working like with just them two, like trying to break the bank. So like, just seeing all of that just put that fire on me. Like I gotta make it.
Oh, for sure. You doing it by yourself too. That's how I be, bro. Like. I just be in the film room just by myself. Like, I don't need nobody there with me, you feel me? I just like working. But it is that much better, though, when you got somebody pushing you, too, you feel me? So I feel like that with me and Marshawn, too, because we always pushing each other, you know? So, but, so your top 5 DBs. We're going to get back to you being a father, man. How has that experience been for you?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, it's really been a blessing. Like, I feel like I contributed to my play on the field, like just knowing that I gotta come home to somebody else. Like it's not just me. Like I ain't just worried about myself. Like I ain't gotta just feed myself and stuff like that. So it's more than just me. Just making sure that like, I feel like that's biting me as a person too. Like as on the field and off the field. Like just being able to talk to people more and like be patient with people more and stuff like that. Just knowing that like I got somebody that needs me to be patient with them and stuff like that, and why they learn the ways of the life and stuff like that.
Yeah, so my mom had me at a real young age. Mom and dad, my mom 14, dad 15, bro. Like real young, bro. So what was that like when you first got the news? Like what was that like?
I mean, I was what's the name? I was pulling in. It was last year spring. I want to say it was the first day of spring ball. First day of spring ball, come in. What's the name? I'm texting her while I'm coming in. I'm driving in right now.
Yeah. So
like when I walk in, she texts me like and calls me, and then she texts me and then she called me. So she called me and then I'm going to the doctor. So what you going to the doctor for? She's like, I'm pregnant. I was like, you're pregnant? I was like, by who? So I'm like, dang, cause we didn't even really talk for a long time, like for a little bit after that, cause we had got into it, like so it wasn't just like it was just that. So when she told me that, I'm like, dang, like so when I first just knew, I'm like, all right, I'm sitting in the locker room just like, dang, like, I don't know what I'm finna do, I don't know how I'm finna tell my mama, like da da da. So I just finished practice, get home, call my mom, like, Mom, I'm like, you trying to go somewhere? Because she worked right down the street from the city, so call her, like, you trying to go somewhere real quick? She's like, where you want to go? I was like, I don't know, I'll tell you, like, when you get here. So I get in the car, she's like, just riding around, I just tell her, like, she's pregnant, like, she, like, well, you just know what you got to do, like, it's simple as that, like, there ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it, like, you just know what you got to do, you know, you just got to be a man about it, take care of your stuff, like, just make sure you good, so she good.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. Nah, you definitely been handling your business, bro, like, that's respect, bro, for sure. And then, my last question for you, though, football don't last forever, bro, you know what you want after?
Really, the thing is, I don't really know, like, what I want to do after football, but as soon as I get in the league, like, as soon as I touch some money, like, I'm just going to put everything into my peoples for real. Like, I got my pops, he be reconstructing houses and stuff like that, like tearing them down, building back up, stuff like that.
You want to invest in that?
Yeah, I'm going to invest in that. My mama already be trying to do real estate and stuff like that, so I pay for the classes, do everything so she get her license, stuff like that, get them so they can do everything, like flip houses, do what they want to do, so they ain't really, like, I want to make sure that they can live their dream, like, because they done put so much into my dream, like, they done put so much into my dream, so I got to pay them back. But just doing that, like, my like, going back to Ant, his pops, he got a trucking business, so Ant got his CDL, so I'm going to put another 1-2 trucks on the road, like, do that. I'm going to just really just put in everything, and the people around me.
That's thorough, bro. It really sounds like you just want to get back, bro. Yeah. I respect that, you feel me? I respect that, bro. And I appreciate you coming on the Debo Williams podcast, man. We got the seatbelt and the locksmith himself, bro. Appreciate you. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I appreciate everybody watching, man. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it coming. I got some more big people coming on, so y'all stay tuned, man. Thank you. We out.